So we are going to be looking at a scenario where civilization starts over. In the last episode, episode 92, we saw the peace treaty of World War V, with the Red Italians and the Blue Iberians no longer existing on this map. If you guys enjoy this series, make sure to like and subscribe. We are now in the official age of unity, or the late age of unity. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's go ahead and get into this episode. So to start off, we need to go over to the Asian Union because they recently got involved in World War V. They are the strongest country in the world, and let's go ahead and do power rankings real quick. And for this power ranking, we're going back to the original way. The strongest country in the world is the Asian Union, or the AU for short. I mean, look at it. It consists of a lot of countries, going down all the way to these areas of Indonesia, or what used to be Indonesia, India, a lot of Central Asian countries, parts of China, and the leader of this country is very dominant. Number 2 after the war is probably going to be Egypt, because they just won this war and gave the Mediterranean more coastal and just refilling the Mediterranean. Number 3 is going to be the Scandinavian Union. Now, the Scandinavian Union, they don't have the best military in the world, but their stability is the best in the world. Their economy is one of the best in the world. They are a very dominant country inside of Europe as well. Number 4 is going to be the North American Union. Similar to the Scandinavian Union, their military is not the best, even though they cooked the Aztecs inside of the war. They have a better economy, and probably the best economy in the world, I'd actually say. But number 5 is going to be the Brazilian Union. All the unions are making the top 5 pretty much because it is popular and it is working. Number 6 is going to be Iberia, won World War V. Number 7 is going to be the Turkish Union. If you remember, this was a union between a lot of Turkish countries. Number 8 is going to be Australia, or the Australian Union. Then we have the Persian Union. And at number 10, we have Korea. So here are the power rankings at this moment. As you can see, unions are very dominant on this, with only 3 countries that are not unions being on this. But anyway, let's now go back over here, and we need to talk about the lore of the Asian Union. This asteroid army is drifting closer and closer to the world. The Asian Union will go on a press and state this: an enemy far bigger than what the world has seen is coming to us. Because of this, the time to unite is needed very dearly. Unification is the best way to live. You will be safe unified. Expansionism has been eradicated. We need to come together to stop this evil. After this speech, many countries are still not going to believe the Asian Union. They send their very own satellites into space, and they don't see anything. That is because the technology of the Asian Union is better than pretty much the rest of the world. Countries like Iberia are going to publicly speak out against the Asian Union. And while the Asian Union is building up for battle, the countries like Iberia, some European countries, and other countries around the world are going to not believe them. But we actually do see another union breaking out inside of Africa. We have the African Union. We have the African Union breaking out amongst a lot of these Central African countries. Definitely don't put this color next to Ada's Pro's African Union. Definitely not the same color. They will be putting their capital city inside of the most populated one inside of Niger. This union over inside of Africa is going to gain a lot of recognition. Like these countries, they're all going to press to join up with this union. The goal of this union is to unite Africa underneath one flag. In fact, it thinks all of the continents should be united underneath one flag. At least one flag underneath one country. Like Asia should be ruled by the Asian Union, Europe, Scandinavian Union, North American Union, Brazilian Union, Australia. That is the goal of the African Union. But now moving over here, we now see the green team finally finishing the papers and joining up with the Brazilian Union. And now South America is split in 2, between the north with Venezuela and Peru, Brazil in the center, and the pink team in Argentina towards the south. All these unions are gaining more members. Like the North American Union gains 3 more, gaining these 3 countries. But when they go and try to reunite with the Lime team, if you remember, the Lime team was really the first American country, And these two, the North American Union and the Lime Team, don't really have the greatest of history. So these guys are going to refuse to join. So will Florida and Michigan. They don't want to be underneath the North American Union again. But someone who will join this, Vatican, I don't know. I was about to say Vatican City, and I don't know why. But the unions all over the world are expanding greatly. Even the Scandinavian Union, who hasn't expanded for quite a while, is actually going to get a new member, being Finland. And all of the unions around the world are expanding. But now we need to talk about this German country. Recently, asteroids have been landing inside of this area. It's like the asteroids are getting pulled towards this Germanic area. And after a little bit, an army the world has never seen before, an army of citizen population, is going to absolutely demolish the purple team. They then look down and absolutely destroy the blue team. The Italians try to stop them. This thing will not be stopped. Italy is breached, but it doesn't keep going. It stops there. When survivors get out of the country, they report of a inhuman level of an army. This army was not possible to get from human standards. It was like their whole population got up and went to war. What is happening? Especially now that all of these rebellions are coming together to form one Germanic rebellion. Germany is back, but weirder than ever. Poland gets the biggest army they've ever yielded and puts it on their border. Same thing with the army that they have in Slovenia. The rest of the Italian armies are begging permission from Egypt to unite. After a few years, they're begging to be one country again. But Egypt will not allow that, and that is making countries like the Asian Union very upset. Even worse now, this Uzbekistan nation breaks out into the same thing that the Germanic nation has broken out into. This one expands itself into the Green Nation, and just atrocities are committed all throughout this territory and all over. They don't have a set capital. Even worse, Sri Lanka is now moving up this area, getting a bigger border with the Asian Union. But there is a new leader in the Asian Union. The other guy has been voted out. He was kind of the monarch, but they decided to go back to the democratic roots. This guy is scared. Something he is going to do is he's going to annex this Chinese area into the Asian Union. He also convinces these Chinese countries to join up, but he is scared of these weird rebellions. There's a very few countries inside of Asia at this point. All the while, this rebellion is continuing to expand up north. But people aren't really afraid of the Asian ones. They're more scared of Germany. Mainly, France is afraid of Germany. The British Isles are afraid of Germany. The Union of Scandinavia is terrified of Germany. Prussia is going to go ahead and unite with Poland for a stronger power against Germany, along with some of these countries that were over here that used to be united with Poland. And all these countries will move troops down over here. Countries down over here are being forced to pick sides between Iberia and the African Union. These two right here are going to go ahead and side with the African Union, as well as these two. The reason is they cannot side with Iberia in a moment like this. Iberia is known to be expansionist and not super friendly. They do not trust Iberia. And that's going to do it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.